You could have died 5 minutes ago. It's just that the brain is still playing its last memory. Make you think you're still alive. This is not a horror story. It's called Quantum Immortality. The car that almost hit. The moment I almost fell. The almost serious illness. Quantum physicists say that in parallel universes, you might actually be dead. Can you live to see this video? It's not because you're lucky. It's because consciousness only extends to the surviving universe. The dead ones, you can't feel it at all. From your subjective perspective, you will always feel at risk. I will always feel like I am alive again. But actually, you may have died in countless parallel worlds. Sounds ridiculous, right? But one physicist did. His name was Hugh Everett. In 1957, at the age of 27, he proposed the many worlds theory at Princeton University. He believes he will live forever. Because at every fork in the road, his consciousness is bound to follow the path of immortality. But he wasn't waiting for the Nobel Prize, but everyone's ridicule. The instructor said he was crazy. Colleagues said he was talking nonsense. Even his theoretical mentor Bohr refused to trample. Everett is depressed. He left academia, became a defense contractor. He died of a heart attack in 1982. Died at the age of 51. Ironically, in the 20 years since his death, the many worlds theory is gradually gaining acceptance in mainstream physics. One of the most important interpretations of quantum mechanics. He was ridiculed. Legend after death. If his theory is correct, there may be a universe at this moment. Everett there lived to be 100 years old. Seeing my theory confirmed with my own eyes. Which universe is real? Or both? To understand this crazy theory, let's start with a crazier experiment. Quantum roulette block. Imagine a special roulette wheel. It doesn't move mechanically. Instead, the spin of the quantum particle determines the outcome. Each rotation, the particle has a 50% probability of rotating upwards. 50% down rotation. If up, you lose everything. If down, you win double. This is no ordinary probability. It's really a quantum superposition. Before the observation, the particle is in two states at the same time. You bet 100 times in a row. From the onlooker, the probability of you losing everything is 99.999%. But from your perspective, each rotation, the universe split into two. You lose in one you win. And here's the magic. Your consciousness will only continue to the branch where you are still in the game. So you will experience a 100-win streak. It's a miracle of probability. You will feel like you have unbelievable luck. But actually, you're just stuck on the only path you haven't lost. In countless parallel universes, the other one, you've already lost everything and left. This is the core logic of quantum immortality. Your consciousness will always exist only in the branch where you are alive. This is a thought experiment that Max Tegmark, a physicist at MIT, proposed in 1998. But here's the irony. He didn't believe it himself. In 2014, he corrected his position, saying death is not a switch, but gradual change. Consciousness will slowly fade. Quantum immortality may not work at all. But wait, the quantum world is really weird beyond imagination. The double-slit experiment of 1927 put a cushion through 2 slits.
When not looking,
He goes through both slits at the same time, leaving interference fringes like waves. But as long as you stare, he immediately took only 1 crack. It's like knowing someone is peeking. And here's what's even weirder. They emit only 1 electron at a time, several seconds apart. As a result, interference fringes still appeared. A single electron interferes with itself. He went through both slits at the same time. What does that mean? Before you observe, he is in a superposition of all possible states. Observing the action forces him to make a choice. This is the crazy part about quantum mechanics. Observing is not recording reality. It's about creating reality. And Einstein was upset. He asked, "We're not looking at the moon. Is the moon still there?" He thinks, of course. But quantum mechanics says not necessarily. Without observation, there is no definite reality. Schrödinger even mocked it with a cat. According to quantum mechanical logic, put the cat in the box. Next to it is a quantum device that may release poison gas. Before opening, the cat is both alive and dead. This is nonsense. Who has ever seen a cat that is both dead and alive? But Everett came up with an even crazier answer. Cats are not both dead and alive at all. But the moment you open the box, the universe split into 2. A polite life. A courtesy is dead. You just happen to be in one of them. And you in another universe. Sad about the cat's death. Both universes are real. Just can't see each other. Everyone thought he was crazy. But today, more and more evidence supports this theory. The physicist Wheeler did an experiment. Let photons fly for billions of years, deciding whether to observe or not when we are approaching the Earth. It turned out that your choice now could determine which path this photon took billions of years ago. One-way flow of time. It doesn't exist in the quantum world. The causal rate is completely broken. Where does your consciousness go? Imagine you are crossing the street. A runaway truck is approaching. In classical physics, you either hide or get killed. But in the many worlds theory, the universe splits into countless versions. One jumps left from you, one away from you to the right. There's another one away from you being knocked away. There is even a distance. The truck is not out of control. Every possibility is real. The theory of immortality. Your consciousness will always only extend to the branches that are still alive. Because in the dead universe, you don't consciously experience death. So from your perspective, you will never die. It will only experience incredible lucky escapes again and again. In 2025, MIT's research is even scarier. They track the brains of people who experience near-death experiences. Quantum states have been found to exhibit branch hop characteristics. Simply put, these people are likely to have really died in another universe. But consciousness jumped to this living version. He may have died countless times. Just don't remember at all. Because he died. Memory can't be passed on. Those who died in a car accident. He suffocated in the fire. He died of illness. Their experiences will never be known to him. It sounds good. There's no feeling of death. But hold on, quantum immortality may be the worst curse of all. Because he's not guaranteed to live well, only guaranteed not to experience death. Imagine you're in a fatal car accident. They die instantly in most universes. But his mind jumped to a branch with a very low probability of survival. At what cost? Paralyzed for life. Just lie in bed, conscious. But the body doesn't obey. He may survive cancer, but it will take decades of chemotherapy. And here's what's even scarier. As we age, body aging, organ failure. Normally he would die. But if quantum immortality is true, his consciousness will jump to that branch that is not dead with incredible probability. He's going to go through organ failure after organ failure. Near-death rescue. I survive every time, but it's getting worse. You may end up in a vegetative state with only a feeble consciousness, forever stuck in a state of half-dead. This is the terrible conclusion that philosophers make. Received immortality, but not eternal youth. Will age forever. Forever painful, but never die. Someone will ask, then why are there still people around you who die? It was brutal. Because you saw it. Observations collapse the wave function. Lock in reality. When you see someone die, for your universe, he is dead. But in another universe, maybe you're dead, and he's still alive. Each person's branch of consciousness is independent. You can only experience the line where you are alive. This leads to deeper questions. Who are you? In 2024, Stanford conducted an experiment, scanning volunteer brains. Discover that at certain moments, a person's consciousness can exist in multiple quantum states simultaneously. You think you're a continuous self, but at the quantum level, you are dividing and reforming every moment. Yesterday's you and today's you. Is it really the same person? And here's what's even crazier. Your every choice is creating a new universe. What clothes to wear in the morning? Coffee or tea? Left or right? Every decision splits the universe. From birth to the present. How many different versions of you exist? Some of you became wealthy. Some of you have become a beggar. Some of you are already dead. Yes, you might be in jail. But you can only experience this one. Trapped on a world line that is bound to live. But even quantum immortality, there is also an end. According to the laws of thermology, the universe will eventually enter a hot season. 100 years later, all stars go out. All black holes evaporate. The temperature of the universe drops to absolute zero. Until then, no matter what universe your consciousness escapes to, nowhere to run. Quantum immortality is not true. Immortality just delayed the finish line. So he really died 5 minutes ago. From a quantum mechanical perspective, he is dead. Just not in this universe. There are countless versions of him at the moment, experiencing death, but he will never know. Because his consciousness will always exist only on the line of being alive. Death is not the end. It's the branch that consciousness chooses not to experience. He didn't defeat death. Just walk forever on the road that is not dead. And those who died, their story will never be told. Because no one can talk about their own death. You're still here. I'm still watching this video. Still thinking about these issues. This in itself is proof that on this world line, you are still alive. As for you on the other world lines, what are you going through right now? You'll never know. Perhaps this is the greatest loneliness of all time. Can never meet another self. You'll never know if you chose another path. What kind of person will you become?